In this video, we're going to talk about equations and the number of solutions that they can have. We have three situations when we solve equations, and the first one we call a null set, or we can represent it with the symbol a 0 with a slash through it. That means there is no solution, or if you want to write that, no solution. And we'll look at an example. Here is the example from your notes. 3x plus 4 equals 3x. And if we solve this equation, we subtract 3x from both sides, we end up with getting the answer 4 equals 0. Well, we know that's not true. So in this situation, whatever number we put in for x will not make this equation true. So we say that this equation has no solution. For the example, one solution, or the situation one solution, that means when we solve our equation, there is exactly one solution. And that's what we have been doing recently in class. In the example that you have, 2x equals 20, and when you solve that, x equals 10. And that's what we mean by having one solution. And again, we have been solving these problems in class already. The next situation is called identity, and this is when we're going to have an infinite number of solutions. And so your example for this on the note, when we subtract 4x from both sides of the equation, we get 2 equals 2. So this tells us that any number for x will work. So I could substitute x with 1, -1, 4, 18. Doesn't matter what number I put in there, this equation will be true. So any number will work. Okay, so let's take a look at our example on here. First example, let's go ahead and work it out. When I use the distributive property and distribute and get rid of the parentheses, I'll get 6x minus 18 plus 10 equals 6x minus 8. Go ahead and follow along on your notes and write out each step as I'm doing it. If you notice in the next step, we get 6x minus 8 equals 6x minus 8. So if I subtract 6x from both sides, I'm going to get -8 equals -8. So what type of equation is this? Null set or no solution, one solution, or identity? If you said identity, you're correct. That means that any value for x will make this equation true. Okay, let's look at example number 2. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to distribute and get rid of parentheses, and we're going to work step by step together. So write this information on your note. In the first step, once I get rid of parentheses, I'm going to have 32 minus 16x on the left and 12 minus 20x plus 4x. I'm going to combine these terms right here. Once I do that, I get 12 minus 16x on the right side. Now I'm going to add 16x to both sides and see what I have. I have 32 equals 12. Well, is that a true statement? No, this is not true. So there's no solution. And this would be called a null set, where there are no answers that could be used. Okay, so here are your got it problems. Go ahead and do these on the back of your notes. I want you to work through each one and tell me what type of solution it would be. Would it be no solution, one solution, or many solutions? And we're looking to see what makes these equations true. And then we'll talk about these when we get back together in class.